So, what's going on with supply chains? I've got some experts to comment on this. My name is Cashman. If you find these videos interesting or useful, please subscribe to the channel. If you'd like me to speak at any of your meetings, I'm happy to do so. And indeed to bring along some of the experts who I will shortly introduce. Now, my own view on supply chains may be that where we are is essentially because the UK government is the one organisation that has not accepted Brexit, ignored the possible impacts, didn't plan for them, and is blind to the effects now. But who am I to say? I'm just the organiser of this channel, which does seem to have thousands of you subscribing and watching. Thank you very much. But let me introduce, to give a different perspective on this, Lord Tory, Mr. Curtis Lee Smug, and the professor from the university, way off into the future, but we have budgeted for a time machine to bring him back here to talk to us today. Lord Tory first. Oh yes, supply chains. So I understood Brexit was going rather well, apart from one or two areas, fishing, Northern Ireland, financial services. Grimsby had some problems, I understand. And supply chains was raised as an issue. I wanted to take an interest in this. I know we put snow chains on the car when we go skiing. I asked the staff to get me a supply chain so that I could have a look at it. I don't really understand how you send things along a chain, but I wanted to understand this. Anyway, they couldn't find any anywhere, so I don't think it's really a problem. I shouldn't worry about it if I were you. That's all I have to say on it. Simpkins, could you get me a brandy? Oh, and Nettlebed, can you turn this thing off? Oh, yes, thank you. It's Mr. Curtis Lee Smug here. Comment on supply chains. The problem, of course, is the shortage of heavy goods vehicle drivers. Now, this is Tony Blair's fault, because he encouraged so many people to go to university instead of becoming HGV drivers, you see. But we have a scheme that will deal with that. We are planning to build 6 new universities with degrees in heavy goods vehicle driving by the end of the decade, some decade anyway. So we'll expect to establish a chair of lorry driving at Watford Gap University. I've been up to Watford and certainly think some new investment in that area, some levelling up would be useful there in the north. At Keele University, we already have a university at a motorway services, and that will be a perfect location for early implementation of our scheme. And so I think you'll find that we will be able to deal with the shortage of lorry drivers very adequately once these new schemes are in operation. Thank you.
Yes, hello. It's the professor here from the university. Now, further research on Tusk, the United Smaller Kingdom, as we now know it, in the year P2, the second year of the pandemic, it does seem that there was a deliberate creation of a shortage of food. Now, we think this may have been the influence of Toryman, who we know was interbreeding with Homo sapiens at that time, generally on office premises in the afternoon, because there was a kind of blindness to food supply, apparently introduced by Toryman, and that can explain why there was not so much food in the United Smaller Kingdom, in Tusk. If you have any additional clues on what was going on there, do let us know to help with the research.
So, thank you very much, Lord Tory, Mr. Curtis Lee Smug, and the Professor. It's good to know that there's a solution underway, as Mr. Curtis Lee Smug explained. That's it on supply chains from me and my colleagues. But if you would like me, Mike Cashman, to come and speak at one of your meetings, or if you would like me to be accompanied by my colleagues, the 3 experts that you've just seen, just let me know. Happy to oblige, or even to be indeed a panel member. on one of your panels. And why might I have anything to say to you? Well, I wrote these satirical books, Brexit's a Trick Not a Treat, Brexit's a Musical Trick, Full Brexit Musical. I don't beg pardon, I'm talking Bollocks from the Rose Garden, the COVID musical. And I run this channel, which, as you see, has got some 3,000 subscribers at the time of making this video. I created one yesterday, Remainers are to blame for Brexit, based on input from one of the comments that I had on this channel, and 10,000 people watched it that evening. So, as I say, welcome to Speak at Your Meeting if you'd find that interesting. Thank you.